out, and then going to North Bergen and hooking up with people from Hoboken. That Italian heart from Hoboken gave me this "you can't kill me" feeling. Like, I got the Hollywood. I had
Hoboken's still a nice neighborhood.
Oh, now it's a real nice fucking neighborhood.
It's really fucking nice.
But the 50s and 40s, it was kind of weird towards the Italians. So the Italians that came out of Hoboken had a fight. So when I moved to North Bergen, I was surrounded with these guys that had moved on up from Hoboken. So I got that heart from them, plus my Cuban heart, plus that thing that New York had in the 70s, that going to 42nd Street when you're 13 and avoiding buying drugs for the first time, and they were fake drugs.
You had to watch that you don't get caught by the police.
And you had to watch that you didn't get caught by the cops. How many times did you walk in one of those X-rated shows and sit on a hooker's lap when you were 14?
Yes, no, listen, this is the thing, right? We're in one of these, we go in one of these porn places, right? Because we're there, we're robbing all day, and we can't go home so we're going to sleep in the movie theaters, right? But we got money, and you're sleeping, and next thing you know, you see some guy comes in and he sits in the front, you think he's watching a movie, you fall off, you wake up, then he's in a seat closer, and then you fall asleep again, you wake up, he's right next to you, right?
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, some fucking freaky guy trying to rub your legs and your balls, and you're like, holy shit.
Fuck, bro.
When I went
and we're little kids and we don't know these fucking freaks, dog.
Fuck, bro.
There was a porno theater I would go to in like East Orange, New Jersey on Sunday nights. My buddy got on a kick to go out there. And I'll never forget, I went out there one time on a Sunday night. And every time you go to the bathroom, a guy would just mysteriously pop up next to you in the urinal next to you and look at your dick. You were a fucking kid.
Yeah, you're a kid.
And he was like 40. So you get to see that side. I only got...
We used to listen, but the whole thing, we used to rob and say, yeah, come on, I have a sister for you. Come on.
Oh, my God.
Oh, that was the whole thing, to rob this fucking, the fucking, what do we call those? The tricks. Rob the tricks. Rob the tricks. Wow, get the money.
There was a park where I grew up, Hudson County Park. And in like the summer of '80, we found out that if you stood out there, guys that would get drunk, like older guys would come over, and they'd look for people to suck your dick. We were coming home from a Judas Priest concert, and we seen these young guys out there, and cars would pull up, and it was like a trick, like, where's the George Washington Bridge? And they would go that way, and the car would turn around, and the guy would get in it. So we devised a system where we get a guy, put like shorts on him, with a nice wife beater shirt on, with a little paddle, with a fucking, and you put him out there with a little ball, then the guy would get the guy out of the car. No, let me suck your dick under the tree. And then he would take him under the tree.
And that's
rob him in the tree.
Yeah.
He would kick him in the nuts. We'd jump out of the tree, fucking take their wallets and run. They couldn't go to the cops.
Yeah.
My neighborhood as a whole, North Bergen, got so good at it that each neighborhood had representatives that would go down there and had their piece. And there was one neighborhood, 64th Street Field. They had a kid that was so good, he'd make the motherfuckers take him to their house. And then he would call you from there. I'm over here making eggs. I got the guy tied up. Like, that's how good. We were fucking kids, man. We were 16, 17. It was a different fucking world.
Yeah,
you had no
like
curfew.
It.
It was like nobody, you know, there's a
and
comic.
if you got locked up, it was better than being home. You know what I mean? You had snacks. You had the, they gave you snacks at night. Three meals. They treat you good, give you cookies and milks and stuff.
That's crazy, dude.
I never went.
Joey, how old are you?
I'm 56. I just recently turned.
I'm 52.
Okay.
52, yeah. We walked past each other.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Some point.
I'm sure.
And when I was a kid, my mother had the bookmaking operation in the Bronx, and then we moved to 118th Street in Harlem. But then they have satellites on Saturday.
There's more action in 118th Street. Yeah,
but Saturday is the big day for numbers, so you have to develop satellite offices. And they would have an office in Bed-Stuy that would have like a little bodega that would call the numbers into them. And we were paid to walk around the neighborhood and look for different type of cars. Like that's it. They would give us like $40 on a Saturday.
But you have to understand, they don't understand, it's jam-packed.
Jam-packed. So if you saw two guys in a car, you had to run back and tell them there's two guys in the car. And all you did was walk around the neighborhood all day.
What did that mean?
It's like a lookout. You're like a lookout. And then they would
These guys are in the neighborhood.
Yeah, like there's cops in the neighborhood, or there's a car down the block with weird plates and a guy sitting in there by himself.
Right.
They would give you like $40 to just walk around the neighborhood, run them errands, go get them ham and cheese sandwiches. And then at 4 o'clock when the number comes out, the Brooklyn number, because there's 3 numbers. There's the Brooklyn number, the New York number.
I didn't know that. I thought
Which
it was
comes
only
out
one number.
in number. Yeah, when you look at the total mutual of the track of the Daily News, when you open up the Daily News, you look at there's always the track. They always give you, only in New York do they give you the fucking track results and what the track made. So the track handle is what the last 3 numbers is the number of the day. So you could bet that number, you could bet it by the number. And, you know, neighborhoods where Mike came from, where my mom had these places set up, people have a dream. They have a job, but they have a dream.
Did anyone ever try to tell your family? No, that wasn't the number 3 came out.
Yeah.
Yeah, that bullshit try
But
to
no,
play, yeah.
but when you take the number, there's a receipt. If you take a number face to face, I have a receipt that goes 3 ways. It's a white copy, a pink copy, and a blue copy, and you got to initial it before you give me the $3.
Brooklyn, there's always some slick shit. Somebody trying to do some
People would
slick
try,
shit.
and even on the phone, people would call and go, no, you gave me a 10-timer. Yeah. Let's go to the tape recorder. There's not a bookie that doesn't tape his phone calls. They all type their phone calls. So if you come back at them and go, you called in a 250-timer or $300,
Yeah.
there's
always some slick shit.
Always some slick shit.
It's insane. I was born in New York in '87. St. Vincent's. Lived in Brooklyn and Park Slope.
Brooklyn, where Atlantic Avenue?
We were on 12th Street between 8th Avenue and Prospect Park.
I know that place.
I was already gone. I was doing time in '87.
Wow.
No, '87 was when I got in trouble.
Everybody was doing
88.
time in '87, '80. In the '80s, everybody was locked up.
Hey, man, you know, you make mistakes. And
Everybody was locked up.
And the funny thing is, Monday I posted the picture of the guy I kidnapped in 1987. He came to my show this past weekend in Tucson.
Wow.
I've been in touch with him for about 5 years. I apologized to him like a man. It was a drug rip, Mike. It was he had 2 kilos of coke, and I was young, I was stupid, you know, and I made a mistake, and with another guy, and we fucked up, and I did, you know, he didn't even testify, Mike. He didn't even testify. The other guy, my partner in it, testified against me, and then I plea bargained to 0 to 6. The judge gave me 4 with and Cordy told me to fucking come back in 120 days. And if I behaved myself, he reduced my sentence, and they cut it to community corrections. And that's the hardest thing I went through. Prison ain't hard. It's that community corrections. That's how they hang you, because you can't do shit.
Make one mistake.
You can't be in a bar. Your life is 6 to 6. You know, basically you have to live under a strict life. And even then, like I said, I was.
And if your friend's a felon, he better walk right by you. He better not slap you 5.
You can't talk to him. You can't.
Yeah, you better not say, "Hey, man, I'm glad to see you." You better just walk right by you.
It's a hard life at that point. But you know what, man? I did it. I paid my debt to society. You know, I got divorced. I fucking lost everything. I started again. And the only thing that I could think of was comedy. And I just wanted to be a regular comedian. I wanted to hide. And I ended up in Los Angeles. And the next thing you know, I was like Richard Gere in Office and a Gentleman. I had nowhere else to go. Mitzi Shore, God rest his soul, gave me spots. Then a dude, Joe Rogan, he came into my life, and he taught me how to be a professional, you know. And here we are, 27 motherfucking years later. Comedy saved my life.
Amazing.
You ever think about doing residencies in like Vegas or anything?
I just did Treasure Island Friday, and
awesome.
it was tremendous. I really liked them. I did the South Point before. They were very nice also. But it's time to, you know, move on up a little bit. I'm 56. I got 1 foot in the grave, 1 a banana peel. I got a lot of life left in me, dog. I got a lot of life left in me. So I still do my little every 2 weeks on the road. I got the podcast. I got the kids. I got to talk to you about something real quick. I taped